Ava, I have to ask you this because it comes up constantly. Can someone be truly ambitious and genuinely happy at the same time? Or is there always a trade off?
That question just made me laugh because last week I got an email from a listener who said, Ava, I love your success, but you seem too happy. Are you faking it? And I thought, wow, we've really been programmed to believe that if you want more, you must be miserable, that ambition equals suffering. It's one of the most dangerous myths I've ever encountered. Here's what nobody talks about. We've been sold this story that ambitious people can't be happy, that if you want more, you're somehow ungrateful, that contentment means giving up your dreams, and it's complete nonsense. I spent 15 years in corporate environments where this belief was everywhere. You know that feeling when someone asks if you're happy with your life and you pause just a little too long before answering because admitting you want more feels wrong somehow? But here's what changed everything for me. I started researching the psychology behind this, and what I found blew my mind. A study in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that people who balance ambition with present moment appreciation report significantly higher well being than those who focus on just one side. Your brain literally needs both. Dopamine drives your ambition and progress, while serotonin creates contentment and well being. Cut off either one, and you're running on half power. The most dangerous advice I ever received was just be grateful for what you have. Not because gratitude is wrong, it's essential, but because it was used to shut down my voice, to make me smaller. And I see this happening to ambitious women everywhere. But here's where it gets really interesting. The people telling ambitious women to just be happy often aren't the ones paying their bills or building their legacies. When you dig deeper into the psychology, what you find is that the real issue isn't ambition versus happiness, it's how we define both. Most people think ambition means sacrificing sleep, relationships, and sanity for some external goal. That's not ambition. That's anxiety wearing a business suit. Real ambition is about becoming who you're meant to be, not proving something to the world.
And happiness? It's not this constant state of bliss where you stop wanting anything. That's not human. Happiness includes the satisfaction of growth, the joy of progress, the deep contentment that comes from living your values. I learned this the hard way when I was building my first major project. I was working 16-hour days, convinced that anything less meant I wasn't serious enough. My relationship suffered, my health suffered, and you know what happened? The project failed anyway. Not because I wasn't ambitious enough, but because I had confused ambition with self destruction. The breakthrough came when I started studying voice psychology and realized something profound. The most influential people, the ones who create lasting change, they're not choosing between ambition and happiness. They're using both as fuel. Think about it differently. When you're genuinely content with who you are right now, you make decisions from strength, not desperation. You negotiate better. You take smart risks instead of desperate ones. You attract opportunities instead of chasing them. Contentment doesn't kill ambition, it makes it more powerful. And when you're ambitious about meaningful goals, when you're growing towards something that matters, you experience deeper happiness. Not the shallow kind that comes from avoiding challenges, but the rich satisfaction of becoming more yourself.
So, how does someone actually do this? What are the practical steps?
Three shifts that change everything. First, redefine success on your terms, not your parents' terms, not society's terms, yours. What does winning actually look like for your life? When you're clear on that, you can pursue it without sacrificing your soul. Second, separate your present from your future. You can be grateful for where you are and excited about where you're going. These aren't opposite forces, they're complementary ones. Use gratitude as your foundation and ambition as your direction. Third, make your ambitions serve your values, not the other way around. If your goals require you to become someone you don't respect, they're not your goals. They're someone else's idea of what you should want. The most successful people I know aren't choosing between ambition and happiness. They're using both to create lives they don't need to escape from. And maybe that's the real definition of success: building something so aligned with who you are that the journey itself becomes the destination. The real question isn't whether you can have both, it's whether you can afford not to.